Hello, my Scorpio loves. So if you have not heard, in my last Scorpio video, I mentioned that Scorpios are one of my favorite signs to interact with because I feel like I connect with y'all so easily, and I end up most of the time having pretty close relationships to the Scorpio people that I meet. So I should also say one of my sisters is a Scorpio, and she is like my best friend. So I have a lot of love for y'all. And I guess I should say also that I'm a Pisces Sun, so it makes sense, right? Okay, so let's get started with your what needs to change in 2019 tarot reading. So I'm going to be using the Vision of the Muse Oracle deck, and this is by Alejandra Leon, and it is probably my favorite deck of cards that I own. So I'm going to be pulling 4 cards. The first card is going to be representative of your current energy or the energy you're moving into 2019 with. The second card is going to be representative of what you did well in 2018, or what you mastered in 2018. And then the third card is going to be what needs to be changed or what needs to be implemented in 2019. And the last card will be your advice card. So here we go. See, I'm wondering if I should turn the light on or if we're good. I think we're good. Okay. Let's see what we got for Scorpios. Good feeling overall for 2019. I feel like 2018 was harsh for a lot of us, but also really good in the sense that we learned so much about ourselves, right? A lot of hard but really good lessons learned in 2018. So for that, I'm very appreciative, and I'm going to say that 2018 was overall a good year. Okay, so first card for Scorpio, create. So that is your current energy moving into 2019. So you're in a really creative space. So I'm getting a lot of sort of thoughts to what this could mean for y'all. So one of the things for some of you, you're literally in a creative space. So you're a creator. You either write poetry, you're in the arts somehow. So it's a really creative time for you. You're kind of in the zone. For some of you, create can also mean that you are thinking about the person you want to become. What do you want to create in yourself, or what person do you want to grow into, if that makes sense. And whatever it is, I feel like you're putting your energy towards, whatever it is that you want to manifest in 2019, you're reflecting on it now and you're thinking about it now. Like, you are taking on this energy where you're feeling capable of becoming the person you want to become. Taking that new path of spiritual growth, self-improvement, whatever it may be. And you're also opening yourself up to developing new things, maybe starting your own business. A lot of new ideas are coming to you right now, and you're really embracing them, and you're feeling good about them. Okay. We have the past for what you did well in 2018. So this card speaks to understanding how your past has helped you better understand your present and has benefited you in terms of all of the lessons that you learned. Just like I said earlier, right? 2018 was a teaching year. It was hard for a lot of us. I feel like there was a lot of events for me specifically that taught me a lot. They were really hard things to experience and to go through, but I learned so much from them, right? So I think that this is just kind of aligning with that. So whatever it is that you learned in 2019 or any past life lessons, you really grasped a lot of the lesson. You became knowledgeable about how your actions affect people, how your behavior is rooted in different areas within inside of you that might need to heal, right? So any toxic behaviors, anything like that. So you're learning, right, from the past, like from things that affected you, from things that you did, like you've learned your lesson, and you're learning about yourself. And I think I'll also say that it's brought healing to you as well. What needs to change or be implemented in 2019? Receptivity. So this card is really talking about preparing yourself enough to be able to embrace and welcome all of the good things that it is that you're wanting for yourself. So like I believe it was Virgo who also got that card. And what I mentioned was that a lot of times, most of the time, we ask for all of these wonderful things, right? For example, like a good partner, romantic partner. We're like, we want somebody who's this, somebody who's that, somebody who's loyal, somebody who is, financially stable, somebody who is whatever your perfect partner looks like to you. You want that, but are you ready for that? Like, I feel like there's so much that exists within us that we aren't even aware creates blockages to receiving that ultimate good, that goodness that we say we want. How many of you have been in a situation where either you were offered love but did not know how to respond to it, right? You didn't know how to receive it and reciprocate it, right? Because you just weren't prepared, or you didn't know because you never learned. You weren't ever shown real love. You just didn't know how to go about it, right? Or on the other end, if you were the one who was showing someone that you really love them, and you were being loving, affectionate towards them, and the other person would wild out, or the other person just had too much maybe like unresolved trauma, maybe was not, like I said, loved, didn't have a good understanding of love, didn't love themselves, whatever it is, all of those things created blockages between you and that person. So that person was not able to receive the love that you were giving them. I'm pretty sure that's pretty common, I feel. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to receptivity. So we want all of these things, but are we truly ready? Have we readied ourselves? Have we prepared ourselves? Like, do we know how to accept it? Do we know if we get amazing opportunities that come our way, are we prepared to take them on? Are we prepared to really respond the way we should, right? And to make the most out of it, right? So make sure that you feel that you're deserving as well. That's very important when it comes to that receptivity card. A lot of times, like I said, we want all of these things, but have we taken the time to check in with ourselves, go within, and clear out all of that energy that makes us feel like we're not worthy, or like we can't have goodness in our life, or like we're not deserving of goodness in our life? I will assure you, just because you don't feel it, you're not conscious of it, doesn't mean it's not going on within you, right? A lot of these things can be like dormant almost. A lot of these things that kind of create blockages to all of the goodness that we expect to receive. So there's that. And so we have visualize for your advice, okay? So like I said, I think the visualize goes really well with receptivity. So we have ideas of what it is that we want for ourselves. We want maybe like a career where we're making good money, where we feel fulfilled, whatever it is, but what does that actually look like? Have we taken the time to really visualize it? not only visualize it, but also feel how we think we would feel having those things or being in those positions, if that makes sense. So let's say you want your dream job, right? Let's say, for example, there's a promotion coming up at your job. There's a job opening where it would be a really good opportunity for you. So you're hoping to promote into that. And you're just thinking, it's just kind of in the back of your mind, like, oh yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. I wish I could do that. Take it a step further and actually visualize yourself in that position, right? Visualization is so powerful, and it's so important when it comes to manifesting what it is you want for yourself. So think not only like what it would look like for you to be in that position, literally think of yourself in that position. So if you work in an office, like think of yourself in the office of that person in that position, like you being in that position, you walking to work, walking into the office, walking into that office, and doing the work for that position, how you would interact with people, what it is that you would be working on. Visualize all of that, but also visualize what it would feel like. So try to imagine and feel how you would feel being in that position. What would it actually feel like to be in that position, right? And that you can apply that to whatever it is that you want to accomplish or whatever it is that you want. So, if you want, I don't know, like I said, a beautiful romantic relationship, and you're wanting to attract a partner, again, visualize what that partner would look like, what they would do, how they would be, and also how it would feel for you to be in a beautiful, healthy, supportive relationship, right? So let's see. I'm going to pull some tarot from the Linestrider's tarot deck to see if we can get some more messages. For Scorpio. Also, I just looked over at that past card for what you did well in 2018. I also should say that you did not let your past experiences hold you back in 2018. Or you've learned, in 2018, you've learned that any past hurtful experience or negative experience does not deserve for you to carry it with you into 2019. So yes, we've all had bad past experiences, but it's possible that for some of you, you learned in 2018 that you don't need to dwell on them, because the more you dwell on things like that, and I should say dwelling is different than healing. You do need to confront things, and you do need to honor the feelings that come up when you're healing from past experiences. But beyond that, what I mean by dwelling is you not really healing, but just focusing on the negative that past experience brought into your life. So for some of you, you guys have learned to leave that in the past and to not let it affect your current energy. Let's see for Scorpio. That's a huge accomplishment, by the way, if you did learn to leave the past in the past, right? We have the Four of Swords in reverse. So it's possible that you've maybe taken it easy in 2018. You weren't able to really get out there and do what it is that you wanted to do or accomplish because there was maybe some healing that you needed to take care of. There was some sense of you having to rest, recharge your batteries, maybe figure out your next step for 2018. But now for 2018, you are getting ready to come out of that space and get started on all of the projects and all of the goals you've set for yourself, which is really good. This card could also be talking about, though, neglecting your needs. So for some of you, if in 2018 you didn't do so well in addressing your needs, make sure that you make that a focus or a priority in 2019, okay? And we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel for most of you, though, it is that first explanation of this card because of the Nine of Pentacles here. You're feeling ready. You're feeling ready. You're feeling confident. You're feeling like you have what you need to pursue whatever it is that you intended to pursue in 2018. But like I said, maybe you needed to take more of a rest before you started whatever it is that you wanted to start. I think with the Nine of Pentacles here now, you're feeling comfortable enough to do that. Maybe, you've recharged your batteries. You're feeling energized now. You're coming out of that space of rest and reflection, okay? Nine of Pentacles energy is somebody who feels ready, feels comfortable, feels fulfilled, independent. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. You know what? So I've tried to do this. I tried to do a few readings yesterday, and they just couldn't. They just didn't. They didn't come out too well. So, and I know Scorpio was one of them, and the Page of Cups did come out in the other reading. So I feel like it's a strong message for you to take things seriously. Okay, there's something that you haven't been taking seriously, and I think it feels like something that you really wanted to do and really wanted to maybe overcome, but it's been a struggle for you to do so, and maybe because you haven't taken it seriously enough in the past. So you haven't put enough effort, you haven't been disciplined enough, whatever it is. You have to be aware of that, right? So if you want something, be sure that you do the work for it, okay? Be sure that you are serious about it and do what it takes. We have Page of Pentacles, right? So you're going to be taking on a new, could be like a business, a new job, a new sort of venture for you to make money. Okay. You're going to be, I feel like you're going to think of ways to try to make more money. That's what it looks like. Or seek out opportunities in your current job or whatever it is. I really feel like Scorpio is ready to make kind of money moves in 2019. And I know, like, speaking with my sister, I know that she is. I know she's ready for that. So, okay, so I hope that you really enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. Looking good. Everything's looking good for 2019. So I hope you have a really beautiful 2019 and best of luck with all of your endeavors. Like I said, all of your goals and self-improvement, spiritual growth. Just overall, have a really good feeling for 2019 for Scorpio. So like I said, if you enjoyed the reading, please hit the thumbs up, and I will be back in a couple weeks with mid-monthly readings, so stay tuned for that.